You guys, I'm holding my excitement inside, but I'm feeling so excited and so just happy. I'm just like, wow, I'm feeling so grateful because I just came back from a walk and it was all dark from nature, mountains, rivers, trees, and it was just so beautiful and fresh air. It filled me up with so much good energy. So I'm really grateful for that. And I've received some very powerful messages, insights from the trees, stars, rivers, and yeah, so I know this collective needs to hear this message, and I just want to express my gratitude for this work that I get to do because it's like magic. It makes my heart so happy. It's just that heart energy, I love this. And yes, it has been very um testing, the way I have been tested. I know what it feels like to go through what I have recently, and I've been going through it. But like, if the reward is work like this, it's so worth it, um ever since my mother passed away, so this today when I went on a walk, like today morning when I woke up, if you watch my daily vlogs on YouTube, like I set an intention that I intend to live this day knowing that whatever happens is happening. Like, I intend to live today assuming that whatever is happening with the will of God. Okay, so I wanted to take my dog out for a walk since morning. Like, I woke up around 12 though, but like 12 in the afternoon, I wanted to take her for a walk, but I was able to take her walk only at around 9 in the evening. Throughout the day there were some fears were coming up, anxiety was coming up. I was just navigating them. Then I started to chant Hanuman Chalisa for 1.5 hours. Then I was just dancing and all. Then I was doing my cleaning and all of those things. And then I felt inspired to wear this pretty outfit and take my dog out for a walk at night. And at night there was not any point to change into this clothes, but I was feeling this inspiration to just get ready, and I did quickly. Even though my mind was like, people will say, where is this girl going dressing up at night, but I was like, no, I'm gonna choose my creativity. If I'm feeling creatively inspired to put this butterfly over here, to dress up and do whatever my creativity is inspiring me to do or express, even making these videos, I am gonna do that. I'm gonna choose my creativity over what other people are thinking, or whatever, what even I am thinking, because sometimes before other people can judge us, we judge ourselves. We will judge the idea, oh my god, if I do this, I'm gonna look stupid. Who will need this? If like, it's like, if I create this, who will need it? There is definitely somebody who will need it. We if because we are very limited. You gotta understand, these creative ideas that we receive, they exist on a realm of love, on a realm of, that higher energy. They know the highest good. We don't. We are very limited. So when we feel the inspiration to create something, to put something out there, there is a bigger purpose for it than that we know. There is a bigger purpose for it that we don't know. We don't know it, and we might never know it. Because I remember when just on the night when my mother was passing, and I wasn't with her. I'm in a different city. I lived, and for some reason, God just couldn't let me. God didn't wanted me home, so I was separated from the home environment. And I have shared in the previous reasons, the previous videos, what was the higher purpose behind God keeping me away from my mom when she was passing. Um it's the last thing that any child would. Bring magic in your life with my magic paintings. This painting says, dearest God, dearest mother, thank you for guiding me. Thank you for leading my way. When you live around this painting, the way you start to move in this world very bravely, confidently, courageously, you would find yourself becoming most braver, bolder, confident version of yourself, and it's just so much divine guidance and peaceful energies into your life. Super powerful. Super. You can't miss the magic. You can't. I'm telling you, you cannot. Okay. Also, you can hire me and I will channel a customized magic painting uniquely for you. A painting that will bring lot of success, high vibrations, good energies, power, love, and like sacred, peaceful, pure energies into your life. It's so powerful, and I ever want, to be separated from their parents, really. But like it was God's will, and it was in the highest good. God was protecting me from, so many things. If you are meant to know that, you will be guided to other videos of mine and you will know that story, or if I'll share it in some other video, but right now I don't want to share it. So I was going and I was just walking, and suddenly I hear this person chanting Hanuman Chalisa very loudly, and that artist doesn't know that because I could hear him chant Hanuman Chalisa, it just gave me strength in that moment. When I was just navigating and I didn't had anybody to talk to, I could call and say like, hey, I'm losing my mother. I didn't had that friendship and all in that moment, or maybe it was God's will for me to be with that pain by myself in that moment, and God brought me that support. But yeah, other moments also, like sometimes whenever I needed somebody to hear, there was someone present, some like total random stranger that would just like listen to me. Anyway, so where was I? So I was standing there and this guy was chanting Hanuman Chalisa, and it just gave me that strength in that moment. And that artist didn't know the impact that he was having. He didn't know that I would, like, there is a girl standing just like around who is losing her mother, and she's in deep pain and she has nobody to share that pain with in that moment. And so he receiving that inspiration and start to sing, it and I will not be able to tell him, if I ever see him again, I would, if that's like, but like so far it's been 2 months. He might not know the impact that he had by his singing, by him singing, like chanting Hanuman Chalisa. So like, just like that, if you are feeling inspired to do something, do not even judge yourself as a beginner, as a not good enough. Don't compare yourself, don't get lost in anything. If you are feeling, everything else is noise. Comparison is noise, self-doubt is noise, fear is noise. You have to create proper ways so that you beat the fear, you beat the self-doubt, you beat the comparison. And that is by developing a strong connection with God and nature. You spending time in nature, trees will guide you. You spending time with God through prayer. Even if you don't believe in God, you gotta have that connection with your heart, because your heart will lead you. Creative creations comes from heart energy. When we create something from a unaligned energy, it causes destruction. What is porn is a very misuse energy of creativity. And why a existence like that exists? Why does a creation, and not just porn, anything which is unhealthy? It could be foods that are unhealthy in this world. People are creating that, right? There are factories being built that are just pumping out all these products that are not good, because the people who are creating it, they are not connected to their heart, and they are so subconsciously traumatized. Like there is so much unhealed trauma, unconsciousness would be, I think, the appropriate word. But like if there is you know pain inside of you, unprocessed guilt, grief, and sexual trauma that has not been acknowledged, or anger, you know if you don't deal with that, it will come out in the creative creation. That's what you will create. Just like, if you press a fruit, if you press an orange, the orange juice will come out of it, right? So if a human being is indulging, creating something, whatever is inside of them, it will come out. So if you are filling yourself up with love, healing, what you will create will heal the world, will bring love into this world. And lot of the times, the creative inspirations that you are receiving, it's like keeping your channel clear, keeping that channel clear through prayer, so that what the ideas that you are receiving is bringing healing, not more destruction, not more pain, not more poor health. The business that you will be inspired to build, the big inventions that you will be doing, the books that you are writing, the films that you are making, they should bring joy, inspiration, safe connection, love into this world. Yeah, that should be your intention. Like, God, I want to create something into this world that brings love, joy, healing, and safety. Because you will naturally start to do something that is right for you if you are in a safe environment. You would beat every fear, every self-doubt, everything, if you are in a safer environment. So that intention, that I want to create more safety into this world, wherein people naturally starts to get into their gifts and all. It's such a positive intention to hold, a prayer to hold in your heart. Anyway, when you receive that creative inspiration to do something, to say something, to start working towards something, once you take that step, no, it's powerful how you are supported. Literally, you will have the support from the higher power to beat every self-doubt, to beat every fear, to beat every story in your own mind that is convincing you why you are not good enough, why you should not do it, why there is no point of doing it and all. Because your commitment towards your creativity becomes stronger, the support from the higher realm becomes stronger and stronger. And to experience that, you have to commit to your creative calling. You can't be like, once I see the support, then I will follow my creative calling. No, you take that first step of inspiration. If you are feeling inspired to maybe dress up, and now your fear is like, oh my god, people will think, who people will say, who does he think he is, who does she thinks he is, or this is not the time to do that, or oh my god, I'm gonna look very different to others. Feel that fear, feel that anxiety, but still follow that inspiration. If you are feeling guided to sing and dance, and you will like, oh my god, I'm gonna look like a beginner to other, and people will laugh like, oh my god, what kind of voice they have, they can't even sing properly, and you are afraid, but still do it. Lot of our creative creations in the beginning would be a child's work. Like, imagine a child learning to walk. They will fall 10,000 times, literally fall, and they will be weird. So you will not go and tell a child that all this time that you are falling, all these steps that you took, and they ended up in just you falling, they were not required. Just because you fell so many times, that means you're not good enough. All those, you wouldn't say that to a child, because those fallen steps were necessary. Those steps that the child took, that eventually made him fall only for first few years, they were required. So just like that, the creative creations that you create, that you give birth to, and they might look cringy to you when you look back, like why did I even create like that? But don't go into that tangent. Be proud, like I'm glad I took those steps, I'm glad I created that, I'm glad I sang that song, that nobody heard. I'm glad I sang that, I wrote that book that nobody read. I'm glad I made those. Literally, I have made like one in the last 2.5 years. I've made so many. Every day I've made a video, every day. Okay, literally, I've put myself out there every day on YouTube, and every day there was this frustration. Oh my god, no one's listening to me. And right now also, in the last week, and I just gotten like 4 views and things like that. So I feel that embarrassment and all, but then it is making me stronger. It's stronger in the sense to feel my feelings and still do the right thing, still do, you know what I'm getting inspired to do. But yeah, anyway, the other point that I wanted to share with you was that you will never know the higher purpose, why you are being inspired. Through your creative creation, there is silent impact that you make, you know so do it. You would not do it, whatever you are feeling inspired to do. If God is inspiring you to do something, dress up differently, dress up differently. If God is inspiring you to start writing, start writing. God is inspiring you to go share your song, and you feel like, oh my god, I'm gonna make a mess, go on the stage and make a mess in front of people. It gives you power, it gives you literally so much confidence. Okay, and you do it 1 2 3 times, and there will be magic, like the magic will happen. you know God, yeah, beyond this fear, beyond this self-doubt, there is magic. And you have to get up on that stage in front of the camera, on your decks, on your canvas, to experience that magic of God and the support from God. You have to show up, uh, yeah, to experience that support and the voice and that connection with God. You have to show up in your creative creations. And so many times, even when you think you are failing, you are making a big impact on people, in ways you might never know. So yeah, do it. Anyway, other message that I was receiving when I was standing in front of that, in front of the trees and rivers, and it was so beautiful, and I lived with that. Just give me a moment to center back. I think spirit, I had different thing. I thought I'm going to talk about something different, and spirit just started to speak through me. So far, whatever I spoke, no, that was not my intention to speak. It was spirit's intention. But now I'm going to talk about what I was receiving when I was on a walk. So in the morning, I said that today I'm going to live with an assumption that whatever is happening with the will of God, so it's only good. So when I was not able to take my dog out for a walk, and in the afternoon, in the night around 8:30, I could take her out for a walk. I met a woman who I have not met in like last 2 3 weeks. Okay, suddenly I met her, and she started to talk to me about something that happened with her. And I just, what she was sharing about, like how she felt fearful, anxious, worried because of something that happened to her. I just got into the feels. I got into the feels of her. I was like, you should, because she walks with a stick, because where I live there is hiking, like the roads are like steep. So she walks with a stick so that it helps her to walk properly. So I was like, the stick that you are walking with, no, you should hit that guy who was troubling you with that stick only. I started to talk like that, and usually I'm like, not, anyway. But that fear got triggered and everything, like, oh my god. And then suddenly I was talking so loudly, and some uncle heard me, and he's like, go away from here, go away. And he started to shout all of a sudden. And then I started to feel, oh my god, people have their own homes and all of that, they have power, they have status, you know they can do anything, they can just, that kind, those fears started to trigger. And then she said, like, okay, you are going on a walk right now at this time. And that was her fear as well. And I was like, oh my god. But I still went on a walk up, and it was dark, really dark. Then suddenly I found another woman, and we started to, just like when I was, it was, I had already covered half of the walk. And it got much darker. Where I live, it's like literally forest and trees. It's beautiful. I feel privileged to have the company of these forest, river bodies and trees. So anyway, I have covered almost like more than half of the path. And because she was afraid, I got afraid. So I was contemplating that should I go even further or not. But then I see another woman going for a walk. So I was like, yeah, I can go more. But it was like, if I would have believed other people's fear that they were, feeling, if I would have believed her fears, so then I wouldn't have ever come on a walk, and that uncle fear also, like, he was, the way he was shouting, he was just like. And then, there is like, people use, when somebody is in power and status, this is something that we have to become conscious of. We all do it, not just him, but we all do it. Like, we feel like if we have status and power, then we can start to put other people down, we can start to make other people feel bad. We don't have to do that. We should not do that. We have to become conscious that we are, yeah, creating safety. And everyone's, if wealthy people, because I know the collective, that you are going to be wealthy, we're going to be wealthy, we're going to have money, we're going to have power, God's going to bless us with that. And we have to make sure that we are using it properly. We are using it properly, and we are using it to create more connection and healing and love into this world. Not, how whatever was going on in our ancestral lines, that when somebody got richer, they started to treat other people like shit. No, not like that. We have to do better with the money that God is going to bless us with the lands, with the power. We have to use it properly. This new earth that we are, it's not like some new earth, it's like people living with better habits, better intentions. That's new earth. People using their money and power for good. That's new earth. Okay? And so anyway, so when I continue to keep walking up, I see this woman, and then we start to have the conversation. And she said, and ever since my mother has passed away, and this was what I wanted to share in the beginning of the video, but God just distracted me. But anyway, God didn't distract, God may wanted to, yeah, God aligned me. I know it's all aligned anyway. So she said, she started to tell me story that because she shared a story, but in that story it was about when God gives you pain, so that you can become closer to God, so that you can become closer to something much deeper, and I know some people cannot. If you are watching me and you don't believe in God, I love you, okay? I love you. Yeah, and listen to me with an open mind, okay? like the pain has so much power to bring you closer to something much deeper, you know. And this, and she told that, and ever since my mother had passed away, one, I think few weeks ago, I think 2 3 weeks ago, another girl that I was watching, you know, her video, in her video she was sharing something which has the same message. And today when I met other women, and randomly, we never had conversation before, you know, just like, yeah, so like, and randomly she said this story that when God gives you pain, it's you to bring you closer. If you didn't had the pain, and actually, like, you know, if I had a lot of money, if I would have received money in my journey so far, say ever since I turned 21 till now I'm 30, I would have literally gone into that, you know, that culture of disco clubs, and just, I would have literally, God protected me by not giving me money. Genuinely, I would have gotten into the battle of, like, okay, showing other people, even going to the family and be like, look, I am richer than you, who are you, who do you think you are? But no, God was building my character, God was cleansing me. So I'm so glad. Then I was like, yeah, this reminder from her and from that girl that I watched was very necessary for me. But why was I sharing it with you? Why was it necessary for you? That pain is a blessing, you know. Pain is a blessing, and even if it hurts, even if it's terrifying, it still is a blessing, you know. And anyway, so I just assumed, because I assumed, like, okay, today whatever is gonna happen with the will of God, and it's in the highest good, so I'm not gonna think about it so much. So when I was standing, like on a walk, she went her way, she wanted to sit quietly, so she went in the other direction little bit, and then I went in the other direction, and I was just having the conversation with these trees and rivers. And I suddenly, my fear started to come up. And like, I was just like, what if that uncle get annoyed and he started to, maybe the things that I have said to, that he overheard me, like when I said, like, you should have, you know, told that women that I have not, yeah, she's my friend, but like, we didn't met for like 2 3 weeks, and suddenly I bumped into her. It's for some reason, you know, people don't text. It's like, I think in my friendship, the kind of friendship that I'm having currently, and I hope it's changed, but it's like, God will make us meet when God will want us to meet. So let's not text, let's not talk, you know. It's, that's what's going on. So we don't text and all, but when God wants us to meet, we just bump into each other, you know. It's like that kind of friendship. So when I told her that you should have, you know, when she told me that she had this incident with a guy who was making her uncomfortable, so I was like, you should have hit that guy with this stick that you are carrying. If he can make you uncomfortable, you can hit him with the stick, you know. And so I thought, like, if I, just these words coming out of my mouth and me getting into this energy suddenly, because it wasn't me, I don't know why I suddenly got, you know, speaking like that. So I was like, if that uncle heard me, what if he started to feel unsafe, that what, that I will start to cause trouble for him, and that's why he started to shout. And I was just thinking all of these things, and then I started to think about, oh my god, I don't know whether I should continue to live here, or whether should I go home. And all of these things were coming up, and then suddenly trees were like, no, it all happened for the highest good. Even if you said whatever you said and you don't know why you said what you said, it was for the highest good. It was for the highest good, and you don't know the highest good. And the way, the channel that I am, no, when I'm around people, it's like I started to channel so much energy. Anyway, so one of the conversation that I was having with trees, you know, was about this confusion that I'm going through in my life, that whether should I go back home, live with my family, my father and my sister, and in my village, in like that town wherein I will not have the permission to express my creative freely. And I'm afraid, like, it's just, I don't know, and I understand my father. He's like, mother is not there, no one's there, you should come back home. But I'm like, I don't want to go. And over here also, like, I haven't paid my rent this month as well, and previously 2 months so far, and I'm feeling so frustrated. God, I don't know what to do, I don't know what is the right thing to do. I am like in a different town, and I want to feel like, yeah, I have power and status, so that no other people can harm me in any way. People who have homes here, I feel scared, like they're more powerful than me and all of that. And then my mind was going like that, and then I don't know, God, in my life I'm feeling this way. Whether should I go back home, even if I live here, how long can I keep asking my landlady to give me extension, or what next in my life? I'm going through so much frustration and all of that. And then those trees suddenly told me that this is your first time navigating these kind of frustrations, pains and incident. And you seeing all these fears, it's like people are stuck in that, and you rising above them, beyond them, you will be able to teach it to others how to do that. So these fears have a purpose. What you are going through has a purpose. Okay, what you are sensing right now is the weakness that the other people are feeling within them, the powerlessness other people are feeling within them. Okay. And so, yeah, and then I was like, this frustration and all, I was like, the trees told me, be kind with yourself, and this is what you need to hear. Be kinder with yourself as you are navigating what you are navigating, because it's your first time navigating that in this lifetime. And another message that I received clearly was that, because if you are like in that position, you're like, God, I don't know what to do, I don't know what to do. God has brought you this far. You're not supposed to know. Actually, the thing is, you're not supposed to know. And God will lead you. If you don't believe in God, whatever you believe in, Allah, Jesus, you don't believe in God or whatever, you don't believe in God at all, just think of it as anything that you relate to. Okay, that energy, it's that work. You can't live this life and not believe in magic. You can't live this life and not believing the mysterious forces, mysterious forces of magic that are orchestrating things. Because when you start something, you don't know where it is going to lead, but you have to trust. And trust is a choice. Like, I don't know where I'm going, I don't know what is happening, I don't know how things are going to work, but I trust. But I'm choosing to trust. Trust is a choice. It's a choice that you make. Like, I'm going to move forward even though I don't know what's next. Even though I don't know what's going to happen next, even though I don't know how to navigate this, I'm choosing to trust. It's going to work out for me. I'm choosing to trust God's orchestrating everything. I'm choosing to trust that I will be provided for and protected. That's a choice. So whatever it is you're working towards, especially it's your creative endeavor, God's gonna lead you there. Like, God's gonna lead you through it. That frustration, you're building your business, you're doing something, and even in life, in relationships, you don't know what to do. God's gonna lead you. You will be led. That mysterious force will literally lead your body, mind and heart there. How? Knowing how? No, it's not. It's just, consider, this is what happens. It's like your body gets led there in that direction. It's a very mysterious path, mystery. There is magic in mystery, that when you do it, when you make the choice, like, okay, I'm going to start my business, I'm going to follow my creativity, I'm going to continue to choose this inspiration to be around trees, mountains, and river bodies, and yeah, all of these things. It's such a deep message. I hope the energy, even if I am not able to articulate the words in proper words, I hope the energy got transferred, like, I know that energy got transferred. Very powerful, very powerful. And heart energy, I'm just so much from heart, like, so much heart energy that gets, yeah, even when I make videos, I don't know where it is leading. I have no idea. None. I'm like, how will I eat? And I know I will eat. I know God will provide. I know Mother Earth got me. You know, I know Mother Earth will take care of my rent, make sure that I have roof over my head, and will make sure that I live a very good life. Because I have literally done everything that, I have passed all tests that were placed in front of me till now. Literally all of that. It was not like I like, it wasn't like I came till here because it was a smooth ride. No, but because I passed all tests, you know. Anyway, I want to share also a prayer with you, which is like, God, bless me with the strength in my mind, in my body, in my heart, to keep making self-loving choices on repeat. Self-loving choices. When you say this prayer, that, dear God, kindly bless me with the strength in my mind, in my body, in my heart, to do the right thing by my side. Dear God, bless me with the strength in my mind, in my body, in my heart, to make self-loving choices on repeat. It's very powerful. Self-love, just by you saying this prayer, even though you don't know what is self-loving, even though you don't know what is the right thing, you saying this prayer will have that effect, that you would be led there. You would be led there. And another prayer is like, dear God, take my mind, take my body, take my heart to the most joyful outcomes, most magical outcomes, most happier outcomes. Yeah. Okay, book a one-on-one intuitive guidance session with me for intuitive and psychic guidance over voice note, over video call. And if you want to process deep shame, fear, regret, and pain and grief, and process them, work on your unworthiness wounds, that ancestral wounds, book a one-on-one mentorship with me for 1 month or 3 months. And if you want to step into your creative power, into your creative gifts, if you feel like, I am not good enough, I am not gifted enough, all of these things, work with me, and I will reveal the magic that you have inside of you. Everything. My videos are magic. The art, my magic paintings, my one-on-one sessions, my mentorship, they all have powerful magical energies in it. Magic is my vibe. That's the vibe. And another thing that I am receiving right now, for somebody, that you will be led if you start, something of your own. I know, for some, I think, like, the people who are watching me, they are working towards something. They're walking towards something, and follow that idea, follow that one inspiration after inspiration after inspiration. Beautiful, beautiful. Also, donate for my rent, food and bills, my self-care, healthcare, etc., etc. My intention is that people who are watching me, they always have enough to spoil me, to support me, to luxuriously, very generously send me donations very generously, love on me. They are very generous with me. And yeah, okay, so link of everything is in my bio. And another intention that I want to set in this world for myself, that I only want people in my life and in just my creative endeavors as well. If people are who are watching me, listening to me, watching my videos, listening to me, people who have access to me, like in personal life, they should only, like, if they have that access to me, they can watch me, hear me, talk to me, they must show up only in their generous energy, in their right, like very integrous energy. Like, I have no zero tolerance for people who are not being right by my side, who are not being generous with me, you know yeah. And I'm not over here saying like, oh my god, I want your money, I want you to give me your all your property and all of that. No, that's not what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, if I am here, I'm saying like, hey, if you're in a position to get me fruits and vegetables, for a week, for a month, for a year, you are in a position to do so, and you're still not doing it, but you watch my videos every single day, you are not being in your integrity then, and I don't want you here then. I want people who are watching me, listening to me, be in their integrity with me. They are liking my videos, sharing my videos, commenting. They are in a position to donate, and they are donating for me. They are valuing my gift, valuing these beautiful messages that I share, and the beautiful energy that they are receiving from me. Yeah. So and even in life, in relationship, I only want people, who are doing right by my side. That's all. Who are being very generous with me, very loving, warm, and kinder, patient, and compassionate with me. I only want people like that in my life. Okay.